It is said that hitting a baseball is the most difficult thing to do in sports, and it only becomes that much tougher when a pitcher like Chris Murphy is on the hill. The 2013 All-American and two-time PSAC's Pitcher of the Week in 2014 has a streak of 23 consecutive scoreless innings heading into this weekend. What makes Chris Murphy so hard to hit? Well, in this episode of Through Marauder Eyes, we'll take a perspective from the catcher and the hitter and looking at Chris Murphy's delivery. But Chris, let's first of all just take us through some of your pitches that you use. Obviously, we know you have a fastball and a slider, but just maybe in some more specifics in all your pitching repertoire.
Okay, well, my fastball, I primarily throw a two-seamer. It has more right side run on it, which helps me out really against the right-handed batters. My slider, it's become really my go-to pitch. Yeah, it's just basic slider, and then I have my splitter, which serves as basically like a changeup for me. Just change things up, and I use it more against lefties than righties.
I have a baseball here. Can you show us how you grip the different pitches, especially starting maybe with your two-seam fastball?
Okay. Well, my two seams right here on the two seams, and then my slider, I just move it up and to the side on the two seams like that, and I throw it like a fastball, but at the last second I break my wrist. And then splitter, I split the two seams on the outside and throw it basically like a fastball. I've always been working with it, but I never really been able to get it until I came here last year with Eric Suplee. He really helped me develop it into a pitch that I could really use. And I've been throwing my splitter since maybe middle school. I could never really throw a curveball or anything very well, so I just developed the splitter, and it was really worked for me during high school.
Well, when you're really on your game, what's the miles per hour difference between, say, your fastball and then the splitter that you use as your off-speed pitch?
My fastball is basically high 80s, 90. My slider is around 78, 80 miles an hour, and then my splitter I'd say is 76, 77, somewhere around there. So 10 miles an hour difference for both pitches, really.
Yeah, and you talked about that slider really becoming an out pitch. What makes it so difficult for batters to pick up?
I think it comes down the same arm angle as my fastball. They think fastball's coming, and then it just dives away on right-handers, and that's what really gets them, because it's the same arm. It's deceptive. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, what is your mentality out there on the mound? It seems like you're a very efficient pitcher. Last year when you threw the perfect game, I think you only needed 64 pitches, and then last week in the complete game you only needed 92. So what is your mentality up there?
Just strikes. I mean, the name of the game is throw strikes, and I'm not worried about the other team hitting it, because as long as I keep it low and where I want to keep it, they're not going to square it up and sting the ball, and they're just going to hit ground balls, and I have a great defense behind me to back me up and make plays. So,
well, the last question that I have is, anybody that's watched you pitch before, almost after every batter, you go behind the mound, pound your glove. It's like you gather your thoughts. What are you doing back there in your routine?
Just moving on next out. I'm not just getting rid of the last batter. It's a whole new batter, another out. Just focus myself, gather my thoughts, just get back into the game, and just so I can. It really helps me stay focused and calm on the mound.
All right, Chris, thanks for joining us today.